We're in Bantry this evening for the Gig World Championships, and we're moving away from the pier now for a little while. Bantry is looking spick and span, I have to say, and is it any wonder when you see an army of people who are cleaning and tidying and making the place looking lovely. They are the Tidy Towns Committee. The man in charge is Phil Spillane. Phil, you must have some persuasion skills to get people to work so hard.
Yeah, I suppose Tidy Towns has really kicked off in Bantry over the last 5 and 6 years, I suppose. We moved away just from a lot of it from litter picking. We moved into different categories of Tidy Town, and I suppose we broadened it out a bit, and over the last 5 years we've done extremely well, like coming into the medals and things. And
Brilliant.
As you can see here today, we have a large number of participants out picking litter and cleaning and just general tidying around.
Well, I suppose it's like getting your house ready when you're having visitors. You have visitors from all around the world here for the Gig Championships, so you know it's nice to put on your best foot forward.
Yeah, it's fabulous for the town to see 16 nations taking part in this event here, and I suppose it's like anywhere we like to send all these people away with a great approach to the town to show how well our town looks, and hopefully that everyone will go away that they can talk about Bantry with a good outlook of Bantry.
And it really cements the sense of community, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah, and I suppose as a result of all these this help and things like that, that's, you know, we have come into the medals, and we got a silver medal in 2011, so it's fantastic to see there.
So are you hopeful for this year?
Well, we're waiting, fingers crossed, until September, like, you know, so hopefully, like, you know, that we'll either hold the silver medal or we might go a step further.
It would be an absolute disgrace to come to Bantry and not sample some of the local produce. We've come on a good day, the weekly market is on, and just take a look at these goodies, all freshly baked this morning by Organico, which is just out the Glengariff Road, and they have a cafe and all of these lovely things to be made. Next door is Mella's Fudge, and Mella was telling me the good news is that she has just gotten into Selfridges in London, so the best of luck with that.
Thank you very much.
And then, this is what I love as well, you've got the local produce. This is Knockeen homemade produce. You've got apple tarts, jams, scones and fruit from the local farm. I'd say you're one of the youngest traders here, are you? Doing it for your mam?
Yeah.
Well done. But because of our nautical theme, we thought we'd like to try some seafood here. So I'm going to go into the central fish stores and see what they have to offer. Coleman Keohane, you're the man in charge of the Central Fish Market.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Is this it?
This is an array of fish we've just put out for you.
But this is local?
All local.
All from
Oysters,
Bantry Bay?
From Bantry Bay, but some oysters would be from the West Cork area. Yeah. So there's oysters, fresh prawns from Bantry Bay, lobster from Bantry Bay, crab claws,
And
all local.
do they sell well?
Fly out the door.
Do they?
Yeah. Locals,
That's great.
Locals really support. They love fish. We have a great selection of fish.
And you've more there behind?
Yeah, we get fish in every day from Union Hall, Castletown Bear. So we have cod, a bit of hake, lovely organic salmon from Bantry Bay, mackerel from the bay, scallops, John Dory, monk, you name it.
How long have you been trading here now, Coleman?
10 years now, mate.
And are things good, or?
Things are good. Luckily, we have you know, a strong local support. I suppose without locals, every business, I don't think they could survive without their locals.
I hear a sizzle. What could that be?
Yeah, Emery's cooking some scallops for you.
Oh, wow!
So,
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Hi.
No, what's this?
Local Bantry Bay scallops.
Oh, can I try one?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Look at the size of that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Do you know, it's like a fillet steak of the sea, isn't
Exactly.
Absolutely.
it? Can I try it?
Enjoy.
It won't burn the mouth off me now, will it? It is like fillet steak. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll just go off now and finish it. What with all the wonderful food in this part of the country, you might be inclined to take a little bit of exercise to walk off the excesses. And there is absolutely no shortage of wonderful places to go. Just a stone's throw from Bantry is the Sheep's Head Peninsula, a walker's paradise, as Maria Malarkey discovered when she took to it on Shanks Mare recently.
Anyone who's in town this week for the Atlantic Challenge could do far worse than take a few hours out to explore the delights of the Sheep's Head. a peaceful and unspoiled peninsula which has some of the most beautiful scenery in all of Ireland. This finger of land stretches out into the Atlantic between the Beara Peninsula to the north and the Mizzen Peninsula to the south. It takes in superb moorland crest and rugged cliffs, as well as easy lowland terrain, and attracts walkers from all over the world.
Between 4.5 and 5 hours, and we'd have a good walk around the Sheep's Head Peninsula. Here we are, we have the OS map, 1 to 50,000. Each one of the little squares here is a kilometre, so it's very easy to judge your distances when you're walking. So if you stand around me there, we can actually have a look and I can show you what the plan is.
After our briefing session, it was time to do what we came here to do: walk.
One of the things that I like even about walking is that an area you've walked before, when the light changes, the scenery changes.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the view out there.
Gorgeous.
Most gorgeous. We're looking out at the Mizzen now below us here. It's heavenly. The Sheep's Head Way was started around 1996 when it was officially opened by President Mary Robinson. And since then, the level and the amount of walkers that come to this region has increased dramatically. Not as much as we would like to, because there is an awful lot more room for the walking product to develop here. But it is, I suppose, it is the best way to describe it. It is where the earth meets the sea and the sky meets the ground, and it's one of nature's own places. It's a beautiful place to walk. It's the place to come to. You must remember in Ireland that every time you put your foot down, you're putting it down in 5,000-6,000 years of history. And a lot of countries don't have that, particularly the North American continent, and they love it. Even the stone walls have stories to tell, and we tell them the stories about those stone walls.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Isn't that gorgeous? Lake Allen. Just be careful on the rocks here, lads. That's beautiful. And you see the potato ridges, the lazy beds from the famine times. That's right, yeah. The lazy beds here, where they would have built the potatoes back in 1845, 1846, 47.
Upon reaching the lighthouse, our halfway mark, it was time for a welcome break and lunch before continuing on our journey.
We have a most beautiful vista across the famous Bantry Bay of Bear Island and Hungry Hill, the Caha Mountains, stretching out along to the lighthouse at the end of Bear Island, Dunboy Castle, Knocknagower, and way out along, we go out along way west out to Dursey and the Dursey Sound in the cable car. Such a vista, such a beautiful, beautiful sight. It's, you know, again, it's one of these areas. God made it on the 8th day after he was finished making the world for 7 days. Walking to me is, I suppose, in its own right, a means to actually getting to do what I like to do, and that is seeing the countryside. I'm not the kind of person that runs up and down Carrantoul or Mount Brandon every morning before my breakfast. I like to go out for a day's walking in the hillside and the countryside. The walks that we do, we never go above 350, 400, 450 metres. And what it has given to me is a total new understanding and appreciation of the country that we have here. We have so much history, we have so much culture, we have so much nature, and you can tie all that together and it just makes life understandable to me, and it just rejuvenates me. So if you look up to the left, you can see we have just done.
We made it.
We've made it. Well done, everybody.
Thank you.
You have the best group I guided today.
We're the only group.
Best group I guided today. And straight up to the cafe for our little cuppa. Thank you all.
It was hard to believe our 5 hours of walking was over. Learning about the history of the place, experiencing the beautiful countryside of West Cork, and of course the good company made it all very enjoyable, and something we all agreed we'd do again.
One of the best parts of the day. Absolutely.
I I'm here now on the Team Indonesia boat in the company with one of the team members, Tika.
Hi,
How are you enjoying Ireland?
I'm fine. It's good, in Ireland.
Yeah? Are you enjoying the weather?
Yes, maybe it's a little bit cool for us, but it's okay.
You find it cold?
Yes.
This is our good weather. You're very lucky it's
yes,
not
it's really
raining.
cool because in my country we have 13 degrees. 30 degrees.
As well as the competitions here, are you having an opportunity to meet people from different countries?
Yes, I do. So I'm very excited to join this because I will find there is so many people from the other countries, so I can share our knowledge or I can share anything with them.
Bantry is definitely the place to be all this week. If you're in the area, don't miss it. And by the way, Seascapes next Friday night on Radio 1 will have more from the Atlantic Challenge. There's so many fun things happening in the town, and here on the water it's all about the seamanship. Competitions happening, may the best team win, may it be the Irish team. They've asked me to join them, by the way, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a hand. So building up the pressure, all 10. On next Wednesday's Nationwide, as the ESB celebrates its birthday, we visit the site of the country's first hydroelectric scheme at Ardnacrusha on the Shannon Navigation. We look back at the history of this massive project, undertaken at around the same time as the foundation of the state. On the water, we join a flotilla of boats as they're lifted 100 feet into the air through locks built and designed to allow navigation of the waterway.